We should start off with Juventus, because sadly it is the
All right. Shall I just quickly summarize who's come in and who's left, and then you guys can give your opinions? So they've added De Ligt and Demiral at the back.
and Buffon.
Ramsey, Gigi Buffon, of course. Who, by the way, I can't believe this is real, but people are saying he only came back. He's got it written into his contract that he's going to play X number of games.
It's not true.
So, surely that can't be true. And I would say I refuse to believe it, because I'd think less of him if that was the case. Ramsey and your pal Adrien Rabiot midfield. Higuain back from.
Is he your pal?
Gab has a constant habit of assigning pals to both of us that I don't think, I don't know where they come from.
I thought you had
Ramsey,
something with
I thought
Rabiot.
he might go for, because Ramsey, yes, you know, I defended that last season.
Rabiot?
Rabiot came out of nowhere.
Her friend?
Yeah.
Just an expression. He's everybody's friend. And of course, Higuain, who back from his loan, unwanted at Chelsea. In terms of departures, that's been slightly the sore spot.
So this is interesting though, because
Danilo
I was.
Oh yeah, sorry, Danilo arrived, and João Cancelo left.
Because I was looking at this for my grades before, right? And yes, like the players who were supposed to go didn't go. There's been clearly, because it's been a big talking point, this fact they have too many players for the Champions League squad. Emre Can's been left out, and he's not happy about it. But actually,
Maybe he should
purely on revenue. From a revenue standpoint, they sold quite a lot this summer. They actually shifted a bunch of players, some of whom you might not even have realised were still owned by Juventus. Guys like Audero, Sturaro, Orsolini, who've been away on loan the last few seasons, they shifted. So according to Transfer Market's numbers anyway, which of course, that's not an official number, but they brought in 181 million this summer. So they did actually shift a lot of dead weight within the greater scheme of
the
things.
magic of the plusvalenza.
Yeah, but it's not the magic number in terms of ratio of how much they're paying out in salaries and how much their squad is costing them in relation to the revenues.
Don't get me wrong, I think they've made a mess themselves and they haven't undone it. I just think it's worth mentioning, because actually when we get to some other clubs later who spent money this summer, they haven't been able to do that. So
I think...
Absolutely.
So are we ready for grades?
Yep.
Nicky?
I'm giving it a B, because I think the ins are an A and the outs are a problem.
Well, you see, I'm quite happy with the fact that Sami Khedira and Blaise Matuidi stayed, because I do think that I didn't want to... Can is one I would have liked to have shifted out, if I'm honest. I feel like you can't really be that upset about leaving, because I don't think... Anyway, it's not like your performances have been so dazzling. But I would say a B as well. I was unhappy about certain things, but when it was explained to me, I felt that I got it. So if I'm happy to understand it, then I just think, yes, you can't always... I mean, Barcelona couldn't shift Coutinho until they sent him out on loan, and maybe that's what they should have done with certain players, but that's the way it is, and I'm fine with it.
I'm going to go B- based on this summer. Again, same reasons. I think they should have, if these guys are as clever as they say they are, they should have been able to shift these people. They couldn't, because mistakes. Well, no, and also mistakes were made earlier. There was no reason to give Mario Mandzukic that huge extension. No reason to give Khedira that huge extension. No reason to sign Emre Can to so much money, or indeed Ramsey, or take a gamble on Rabiot. But I think the De Ligt signing is huge. And the other thing I'm not 100% on is, well, not that Sarri is a signing, but I don't know how well these bits, these pieces fit together for what Sarri wants to do.
Yeah, but we also didn't know that in defense of Paratici, he wanted Allegri to stay, right? And they thought that Allegri was going to stay. And these were Mandzukic.
Did Paratici want him to stay?
I think it was Nedved is the one that...
By the way, this is exactly how we get into and we've talked too much about Juventus
again.
Like, this is exactly how that happens. Just
so
we're clear.
But we're just judging on the summer. I think they made some big mistakes before that in giving out these contracts in the first place. So if we're just judging them on the summer, it's not like Paratici could travel back in time.
No, but they did change coach, so you understand that these things will happen. There's a change,
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.